Wamama hai. Wamama hai. May I begin by acknowledging our chief guest, Dr. Raila Odinga, a friend of many years, acknowledging all the great women on the stage and in the audience, because you're all great. If I could, I would introduce every single one of you by name. I want to acknowledge the organizers of this great function. And resilience is the other name of every woman. So even the blessings of rain did not deter you. A bit chilly, a bit cold when we came in, but I think by now we've all cheered ourselves up. When I look at your faces, I see people who are vibrant and who are ready. Thank you very much for all of you. I want to say today, yes, the theme is a million or 10 million women for MATHARE. MATHARE may not be your name, but this is your journey too. This is about you, not about me. Without the mamas, the voices of women demanding for space, there would be no MATHARE. There would be no position of running mate in a leading formation. There would not be so many elevated to the spaces they today occupy. This is a culmination of the journey of every single woman of Kenya. And it's not just about post-independence, it's before. If you listen to the stories of your mothers, of your grandmothers, you will know that in their daily struggles, they were struggling for recognition, for space, recognition of their humanity, recognition of their leadership, recognition for space. This is a culmination of the toil of women for years, and we are not yet done. We are still on the journey. So we are here today to energize ourselves, to reinvigorate ourselves, to identify ourselves with this journey as our journey, to own it, and to go and work in every nook and cranny to realize our dream. The short term may be on the 9th of August. We will not have arrived even then. We will have covered a milestone, and we'll be looking forward to more. Until every woman and girl is liberated, and until our humanity is recognized, and until we walk hand in hand with our brothers in all our daily struggles, we are not yet there. One, we want to teach ourselves to own campaigns for candidates we believe in, to own campaigns of women who will carry the other women on their back. We don't want women who will get into the space and forget their identity. So we want to nurture ourselves to be the women who carry the women and who carry their families, their communities, and the nation and the world. You see? If you look around, whether in our religious organizations, in our schools, in the community, the Harambee spirit, the bulk of those who participate without missing, even when they don't have much to share, is the women. It is the women who will come with a little of their farm produce, with a little of the food they should be cooking for their families because they didn't have cash. It's the women who will come in and bring their labor as a contribution. Women never miss out, even when they have nothing. They have their love, their spirit of community to offer. I think we need to usher a new dawn, not just for women, but for our country. what are campaigns about? Is it about the candidate giving, or is it about the community owning for their parties, for the candidates they believe in, and giving their time like you gave this morning? This is not a paid engagement. You came in the rain because you believe in. I want to salute all of you for that. You are here to stand up for Kenya, and we want to raise a nation that stands up for itself. And do you know what? It's not just about the campaigns, the volunteerism, and the money that goes into it. It's also about when we occupy positions of power. You who is a counting clerk, you who is a presiding officer, you who is a returning officer, if you stood up for Kenya, we would not have disputed elections. Because you would do your duty, and you would be standing up, not for candidates, for your country. So today, it's a call to action. Action because we care. We care about the environment we live in, the social environment. We care about the rising cases of domestic violence, and especially gender-based violence. We care about the many cases of violence, even in our institutions of learning. We care about how violent our society has become. We must go back to factory setting and raise a caring community, starting with our families. And in the campaign, it's a caring community too. We are looking for leaders. Remember what you tell your child. I know not of a mother who tells their children to become bullies. I know of no mother who tells their child to go out there and disrespect everyone. I know of no mother who tells a child, I want you to take thieving as a career. We all, and as Africans, now I'm talking as Africans, which has found value, placed in our constitution as our national values. We are all raising our children to be hardworking. That's why you'll pinch a child or pat them on the back and tell them, lazy one, get up. Because you want them to be hardworking, to be able to fend for themselves when they get there. So we are teaching them the value of hard work, honesty. You are teaching them the value of community. That's why you are giving them work around the house. So we really must instill those values and look for them in leaders. And when leaders stray, we must use our voices to tell them that does not represent us. We must be truthful to ourselves. Even when we pray, oh God, help us, your actions must match your words. Otherwise, it will be prayer without faith and prayer without action, and it will be of no use. Today is just a call to action and to say this is about us. The name Martha is there because today I'm running. I've been appointed to run as a deputy president, but it's your journey too. What happens with this in this space is going to influence the space you are in, the space of your child, the space of your grandchild. So let us affirm ourselves and let us look for women we can support, and men also, because it will not be women alone. But whoever you support, let that person espouse the values you believe in. We cannot be a country without values. We'll be heading to doom. Now, before I finish, you'll allow me, I want to say this of my principal, that he's a man of courage. Either don't ask me how I know, I'm going to say how. He knows me because we've grown up together in politics. We entered parliament same time. And even before we entered, being friends with Madam Ida, we had interaction. So he knows me. He knows that sometimes I do take a stand, if it's on principle, where I may not be moved. Even recently, we had national issues, we took opposite sides. in matter of the Constitution, he still went ahead and named me as his running mate. He is a man of courage, a man of conviction, and a man who believes in himself and what he wants to do for Kenya. So he believes in what the Constitution ordains, that we are entitled to our views. We reason, we try to talk to each other with reason. He was not looking for a praise choir. He was looking for people who can offer alternative ideas. It takes a strong and courageous man to pick a strong woman. Okay? And for that, I salute him. Okay? I salute him, and I promise to be a good deputy. And I pray and work for that every day. And being a good deputy means being a good worker for the nation. Because we are all working to serve you, not to serve ourselves. And we will follow our laws, and that's what I said in my acceptance speech, that we will always follow our laws, and he too said it. So I want to assure you that I'm holding this space for you. I'll hold it with honor, and I'll do what is required of me. Just one last bit about my principle, because I'll be guilty of withholding information if I don't say it. You will recall the year 1995. We went to Beijing as Women's World Conference on Women, where the Beijing Declaration and all the good things we try to enforce today were agreed upon. When we came back as members of parliament, and I know we were there with Zippy, when we came back as members of parliament, I remember Honorable Beth Mogo, now Senator Beth Mogo. I remember Honorable Charity Ngilu, now Governor Ngilu. They all brought motions to implement some of the things we discussed. I also brought the equality bill and the domestic violence bill. They never saw light of the day, but the motions succeeded. The motion for affirmative action, etc. But then there was one man, only one man, who brought a motion also, seeking to establish a gender commission. That man was none other than Raila Odinga. Those who have fought for liberation are likely to sit in the presidency. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. The generals of the liberation are now likely to sit in the driving seat. And I want to promise you and to promise before God, we will make it work for Kenya. It is not about us, it's about our country. Women arise. People of Kenya arise. Ours arise. Our husbands, brothers arise. Let the nation arise. It is our time. Let us go to work. Please don't wait to be sent. Don't wait for a letter. This is your space. Let us go to every corner. And I'm telling everybody, with the presence of a woman, every Kenyan is covered. And I'm reminding the men, one who looks after them. So if a woman is in the house, you too are catered for. And we talked about helping those who need help in the house. It's us. Nurturing, it's us. This is about us and our families. Ladies, let's go to work. Ni wakati wetu mama. Can we end with mama? Can we just sing one verse of mama? Because that song is not about one mama. Ni mama wewe na mimi. Ni wakati wako.